The medical bay's alarm shrieked through the corridors of the Celestial Harmony, a joint species research vessel cruising through the Andromeda sector. Dr. Silthar, the ship's Vrexian chief medical officer, stared at his console with all four of his eye stalks trembling in what could only be described as pure horror. "This cannot be correct," he muttered, his translator struggling to convey the tremor in his voice. "Run the analysis again. Triple-check the calibration." His assistant, a methodical Cree named Platik, clicked her mandibles nervously. "Sir, I've run it 5 times. The results are consistent. The human's blood chemistry is unprecedented." Lisa Chen floated into the med bay, her magnetic boots clicking against the floor panels as gravity engaged in this section. She'd been summoned for what she thought was a routine physical, standard procedure after the ship had passed through an unusual nebula last week. James Rodriguez followed close behind, equally confused by the urgent summons. "Doc, what's going on?" Lisa asked, noticing the unusual pallor in Dr. Zilthar's usually vibrant blue skin. "Your message said it was urgent." The Vrexian doctor turned all 4 eyes toward her, studying her as if seeing her for the first time. "Miss Chen, Mr. Rodriguez, when was the last time either of you consumed ethanol?" Lisa and James exchanged glances.
"You mean alcohol?"
James asked. "I had a beer yesterday evening. Why?" "I had some wine with dinner," Lisa added. "Is there a problem?" Dr. Zilthar pulled up a holographic display, showing a molecular breakdown that looked more like a hazardous materials warning than a blood panel. "A problem? Miss Chen, your blood alcohol content even 12 hours after consumption would be considered a Class 4 biohazard on 17 civilized worlds. Mr. Rodriguez, your bloodstream contains compounds that we use as industrial solvents." "That's impossible," James said, though his tone suggested he was more confused than argumentative. "I thought so too," Pultic interjected, pulling up additional data. "So we ran a complete toxicology screen on both of you. The results are extraordinary. Your blood contains trace amounts of ethanol, caffeine, capsaicin metabolites, theobromine, and dozens of other compounds that would kill most species in this quadrant." Lisa crossed her arms. "Okay, so we drink coffee and eat spicy food. What's the big deal?" "The big deal," Dr. Silthar said, his voice rising an octave, "is that capsaicin is a neurotoxin. Theobromine is lethal to most carbon-based life forms. And caffeine?" He gestured wildly at the display. "Caffeine is a pesticide. Your species consumes it recreationally. You're telling me chocolate could kill you?" James asked, genuinely surprised. "A single piece of what you call dark chocolate would put me in a coma for 3 weeks," the doctor replied flatly. Lisa couldn't help but laugh. "Doc, humans have been eating and drinking this stuff for thousands of years. We're fine. Dr. Zilthar's skin flushed a deep purple. "According to this analysis, your blood is borderline flammable. The concentration of volatile organic compounds in your system would make you a walking fire hazard in a pure oxygen environment." Pultic pulled up another chart. "And that's not even addressing your immune system. We found evidence of deliberately introduced pathogens in both your blood samples, what you call vaccines. You intentionally expose yourselves to diseases?" "Well, yeah," James said, shrugging. "That's how we build immunity." "Build immunity by introducing the disease itself?" The Cree's mandibles clattered in distress. "That's like training for combat by shooting yourself." "Actually," Lisa said, warming to the topic, "it's more like showing our immune system a wanted poster. Here's the bad guy, go get him if you see him." Dr. Zilthar collapsed into his chair, looking defeated. "I need to file a report with the Galactic Medical Council. They need to update humanity's medical classification." "From what to what?" James asked. "From standard carbon-based life form to biological anomaly with extreme toxin tolerance," Piltic read from her datapad. "The doctor also wants to add a warning label." "A warning label?" Lisa raised an eyebrow. Dr. Zilthar nodded solemnly. "Yes. Caution. Contains substances that may be toxic, flammable, or psychoactive to most known species." "Handle with care," James burst out laughing. "You want to put a warning label on humans? It's for everyone else's safety." The doctor protested. "Do you know what would happen if a Vrexian accidentally ingested human blood during an emergency transfusion? They would die. Horribly. While possibly hallucinating, depending on what you'd eaten that day." Lisa and James looked at each other, then back at the increasingly distressed medical staff. So, Lisa said carefully, are we cleared for duty or? Dr. Zilthar waved a tentacle dismissively. Yes, you're both in perfect health. For humans. Which apparently means you're walking chemical weapons for everyone else. As they left the med bay, James leaned over to Lisa. Should we tell him about hot sauce competitions? Or ghost peppers? Maybe we should mention that energy drinks exist. Lisa grinned. Let's not break him completely. He's a good doctor. Behind them, Dr. Zilthar was already composing his report, occasionally stopping to look at the humans' departing figures with a mixture of respect and terror. Peltic watched her superior with concern. Doctor, should we be worried? Zilthar sighed deeply. Peltic, humanity has conquered their homeworld by consuming poisons for pleasure and injecting themselves with diseases for protection. Their blood could probably fuel a small fighter craft in an emergency. He paused, his eye stalks drooping. I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about the rest of the galaxy if they ever figure out they're essentially indestructible. The Kree clicked thoughtfully. Should we warn the Council? My dear Pletik, the doctor said, pulling up footage of James casually eating peppers from the cafeteria. I think the Council already knows. Why do you think humans are always assigned to the most dangerous missions? In the corridor, Lisa and James continued toward their quarters, completely unaware that they'd just redefined their species' reputation throughout the galaxy. Not as fragile newcomers, but as the universe's most terrifying caffeine-addicted, toxin-resistant survivors. Humanity, fuck yeah.